You made it to the last Niyama, Ishvara Pranidhana, and this is a really, really beautiful one. I mean, it's the culmination. It's seeing the divine in all. It is to lay your actions at the feet of God, or the feet of the divine, the feet of the universe, the feet of the aliens, whatever. The feet of something bigger. Offering the fruits of your actions to something better, bigger, better. Freudian slip. But not better, because the divine is in you too, right? Okay. But better. I don't know. God, okay. To do the work and not expect the flowers, right? And, practically I think that this can provide a lot of contentment, which is why I think it's very, very, very related to the Niyama of Santosha, which was contentment. And, Santosha, we talked about Alan Watts' idea that you're came to Earth and you're in a play and you're the lead character and you just forgot, and you wouldn't want everything to be perfect because then there would be no challenge and no learning, and the whole idea of the Earth is opposition and duality and learning, and this idea, right? You can watch that one if you want to learn more, but it's just basically idea that things are the way they are for a reason. And I think if you see the divine in all, you see this, because if you're laying your actions at the fruit of the divine, sometimes you work really hard for something and you deserve it and you don't get it. And that sucks. And it's not fair. But sometimes that happens for a reason. Sometimes there's a lesson to learn. Sometimes there's something else you're meant to be doing. I look back at things in my life that I really, really, really wanted and I didn't get. And there are two things in particular that I looked at. One, I really messed up some applications. And two, I got hurt and I couldn't do this thing. And I thought it was the end of the world. And the thing where I messed up the applications, now in retrospect, I see, oh, but because I didn't go to that thing, I ended up learning this thing, and it took me on a completely different life direction path that is so much more authentic to me, that is so much where I was supposed to be. And the getting hurt, I ended up meeting people that are now my lifelong friends, and I ended up, that one path I would have taken would have changed my entire life, and I don't think for the better. And, sometimes that path goes and it's not better, and that sucks. But, I believe that we come to this earth to learn things, and sometimes those lessons are really hard. And I'm just saying that I think that the idea of laying your actions at something bigger, laying your actions at the feet of God, doing all the applications and doing all the work and submitting it, and then not being attached to the result, being like, I did the work to get here. If I'm going to go there, that's what's meant to be for me. If I'm not going to go there, that's not what's meant to be for me, surrendering to the divine will of it. Because just because something looks good now, it doesn't mean it's actually going to be the good thing. It's that idea of the farmer, right? The farmer. I've also told this story in my other videos before, I think in the Fates video, but basically the farmer, he has, his animals get loose, and then his son, and this is bad, but when they come back, they have all these new horses with them, so he gets all these new horses, but then the son breaks his leg riding the horse, and then this is bad, but then the son, they come to get people to go to war because there's a war, and the son can't go because he's got a broken leg, and it's just the story of things seeming like they're a good thing, but then they're a bad thing, and seeming like a bad thing, but then they're a good thing, So I think that if we let go and stop trying to, if you heard that cry, my dog wants to play with my cat. She's hiding in a box. But the idea of surrendering to the divine will of it all, losing the attachment to the result, doing it to do it, this takes us so much more into presence. so much more into what we're actually doing, and letting go of that attachment, knowing that what is going to happen is what's meant to be, because we're never going to be able to control the attachment. We're never going to be able to get everything we want, and we shouldn't. Again, like I said, a lot of times what we want is not actually what we should get. So using the philosophy Ishvara Pranidhana to surrender to the divine rather than being so attached and trying to control the outcomes, it's just beautiful. And also it's beautiful to see the divine in all, because Native Americans, Indian Americans, they carve faces into all of their furniture, because they see this world as souled and and symbolic, an ensouled world, that the wind has a soul, the animals have a soul, the planets have a soul, and seeing the divine in those around you and the divine in yourself, and surrendering to that, surrendering to something bigger. You are not the controller, the creator. Just trying to eat a rock that's really small. Okay, I gotta go, but we're gonna tap through this in a second. So, okay, just really quickly, because I got cut off. When I said that you are not the creator, I do believe that everybody has a piece of the divine in them. That little sun, the little part of the fire Prometheus stole, that fire. But I think that, there is something higher, something bigger, something more intelligent, more conscious, that, what is a synchronicity? What is something, a synchronicity is a coincidence that seems really important. It seems like it's trying to show you something very, very important. And, there's this idea with the law of attraction, and I'm sure the law of attraction is true, but people take it way too far, where they think that they're in control of the reality, that, oh, well, I am on this frequency, so certain things came to me. And there is power in controlling your thoughts and, trying to get to a higher frequency. I do think that there's validity into it, but I think people take it way too far when they think that they are literally God and that they control their reality. Sometimes a certain person is supposed to come into your life to teach you stuff, and maybe that stuff is negative, maybe that stuff is positive, but to decide that I am in control of my entire reality, I do think that you're not giving deference to the larger thing out there. And, I don't think all manifestations are you attracting something with your divine power. I think that that a synchronicity, Jung said that synchronicities pop up when they're trying to show you something. It's not that you know it all. If you knew everything, the synchronicities probably wouldn't be as necessary as kind of, at least this quote that I read from Jung in this book that I'm reading on the tarot and the archetypal world. So I'm just saying that. Okay. Okay, let's tap now. So, sit on a block or a blanket or a book or anything to just raise your butt a little bit. Will align your spine, our tapping points. I hope you know them at this point, but I will tell you, you go meaty part of hand, two fingers for everything except for this top of head. Top of head, and you'll go like this, and then two hands, third eye, inner eyebrow, outer eyebrow, under eye, under nose, under lip, collarbone, rib, hands with down, and pointer finger, ring finger, pinky finger, meter part of hand. We'll do 4 rounds. You repeat after what I say, except for when I talk about the part of the body. When I'm cueing the body, you don't need to say the body part. And then we'll end with the gamma point, which is between the pinky finger and the ring finger right here. And yeah, I think that's all that we need to know. So go ahead and close your eyes and let's do it. I got my bell today. People don't like the bell. I like the bell. Okay. I hope your eyes are closed. Just observe the breath. On your next breath, hold the air in. Feel the oxygen revitalizing every cell in your body, and then release the air slowly. Feel the chi come in through your nose to the top of your head, third eye, down to your throat chakra, heart chakra, solar plexus, sacral, root chakra, and then back up and out. What if the chi is the divine, is the consciousness, and the air that we look to the birds to communicate, Just saying. Okay. First round, meaty part of hand. I am connected to the divine in every moment, and I unconditionally love and accept myself. Top of head. I am connected to the divine in every moment. And I unconditionally love and accept myself. Third eye. I am connected to the divine. Inner eyebrow. I am connected to the divine. Outer eyebrow. I am connected to the divine. Under eye. I am connected to the divine. Under nose. I am connected to the divine. Under lip. I am connected to the divine. Collarbone. I am connected to the divine. Rib. I am connected to the divine. Pointer finger. I am connected to the divine. Ring finger. I am connected to the divine. Pinky finger. I am connected to the divine. Meaty part of hand. I am connected to the divine in every moment. And I unconditionally love and accept myself. Stop. Check in. Do you feel how tapping on these meridian points have made the energy flow a little easier through the body? Round 2. Meaty part of hand. Everything in my reality is made of divine will. I unconditionally love and accept myself. Top of head. Everything in my reality is made of divine will. I unconditionally love and accept myself. Third eye. Reality is divine will. Inner eyebrow. Reality is divine will. Outer eyebrow. Reality is divine will. Under eye. Reality is divine will. Under nose. Reality is divine will. Underlip. Reality is divine will. Collarbone. Reality is divine will. Rib. Reality is divine will. Pointer finger. Reality is divine will. Ring finger. Reality is divine will. Pinky finger. Reality is divine will. Meaty part of hand. Everything in my reality is divine will. I unconditionally love and accept myself. Stop. What is divine will? Third round. I offer myself to the divine in every conscious moment. I unconditionally love and accept myself. Top of head. I offer myself to the divine in every conscious moment. I unconditionally love and accept myself. Third eye. I offer myself to the divine. Inner eyebrow. I offer myself to the divine. Outer eyebrow. I offer myself to the divine. Under eye. I offer myself to the divine. Under nose. I offer myself to the divine. Under lip. I offer myself to the divine. Collarbone. I offer myself to the divine. Rib. I offer myself to the divine. Pointer finger. I offer myself to the divine. Ring finger. I offer myself to the divine. Pinky finger. I offer myself to the divine. Meaty part of hand. I offer myself to the divine in every conscious moment. I unconditionally love and accept myself. Stop. What would it mean to stop trying to control things you can't control? Who would you be? How would you experience reality? Final round. Ishvara, Pranidhana. Living under divine rule. Top of head. Ishvara, Pranidhana. living under divine rule. Third eye, Ishvara Pranidhana. Inner eyebrow, Ishvara Pranidhana. Outer eyebrow, Ishvara Pranidhana. Under eye, Ishvara Pranidhana. Under nose, Ishvara Pranidhana. Under lip, Ishvara Pranidhana. Collarbone, Ishvara Pranidhana. Rib, Ishvara Pranidhana. Pointer finger, Ishvara Pranidhana. Ring finger, Ishvara Pranidhana. Pinky finger, Ishvara Pranidhana. Meaty part of hand, Ishvara Pranidhana. Living under divine rule. Stop. Now we'll do the gamma point, so you can open your eyes and tap here 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Close your eyes, open your eyes, look down to the left, straight on, down to the right, straight on. Roll your eyes one way, roll your eyes the other way. We're going to Om for 5 seconds. Om. Count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count back from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tap 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look all the way down as far as you can. Look all the way up. And tapping Shavasana. Let Ishvara Pranidhana soak into the cells of your body. Recognize the divine in the cells. They're guiding you. You're not guided mentally. Connect to the body, to the spirit, to the soul. Your soul is connected to everything in reality. Just gotta, be quiet and listen to it sometimes. In our very mercurial world with so much information, sometimes, a lot of times, we don't have enough space or quiet to hear the soul, and it's trying to talk to us. So take this time to let Ishvara Pranidhana soak in and listen to it, to the gut, to the vibes, man. Okay, I'm going to be quiet now. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through the yamas and niyamas. Don't forget this week to bring Ishvara Pranidhana into your life and kind of let go of control. Surrender control to something greater. Sow the field, not for the flowers. because, who knows what color the divine is going to make those flowers, or what they'll even be. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. Okay. Namaste. Bye.